in the bustling port city of Basra, lived a textile merchant named Ahmed. He was a man whose face bore the marks of hard work, and whose heart was deeply rooted in his faith. Ahmed was respected, but he was not wealthy. His small stall in the silk souk provided just enough to support his family. He often recited the hadith: "Truthfulness leads to righteousness, and righteousness leads to paradise." One hot afternoon, after a long day of bargaining, Ahmed bought a heavy, tangled sack of discarded raw wool from a passing nomad, hoping to clean it and resell it for a small profit. Back in his modest workshop, under the warm, dusty light filtering through the high window, he began the tedious work. As he teased apart a particularly dense, dirty clump of wool, his fingers met a hard, smooth object. Ahmed is seated on a worn rug, surrounded by the textures of his trade, piles of raw wool and simple textiles. The lighting is warm and natural. He is looking down, his expression turning from weariness to utter amazement. Between his thumb and forefinger, contrasting sharply with the grime, rests a perfectly spherical, large pearl, glowing with an inner luster. Ahmed sat frozen. This pearl was massive, flawless, a treasure that could belong to a king. It was worth more than his entire textile store, his small house, and everything he owned. In one moment, his life's financial struggles could evaporate. He could provide abundance for his family, secure his children's future, and never haggle over raw wool again. But as the initial shock subsided, a deep and settling chill took its place. He had purchased the wool. Yes, but he had not purchased this. He had paid a pittance for waste material. The nomad had no knowledge of the treasure, hidden within the grime. To keep it felt like theft. As evening fell, Ahmed retreated to the corner of his workshop, the cool light of the moon replacing the sun. The great pearl lay before him on a simple cloth, glowing softly. The immense worldly value of the gem against his own humble surroundings. He raised his hands into a seeking guidance. His soul was a battlefield. "Is this a gift from Allah, or is it a test?" he whispered into the silence. By the time the Fajr dawned and echoed from the minarets, Ahmed's mind was made up. The peace that settled over him was far greater than the excitement of wealth. He knew that barakah only comes from honesty. He could not build his family's future on an act of deception. The next morning Ahmed began his search. It took hours of asking vendors and travelers, but he finally located the elderly nomad, who was preparing to leave Basra. Ahmed approached him in the open, dusty marketplace. With no hesitation, he held out his hand, opening his rough fingers to reveal the magnificent, glowing pearl. "Brother," Ahmed said, "yesterday I bought a sack of raw wool from you. When I was cleaning it, I found this hidden deep inside. It was not mine to purchase, and it is not mine to keep. It belongs to you." This is a daytime shot in the dusty, bright, sun-drenched marketplace. It provides a wide view, establishing the busy location. Ahmed and the older nomad are standing. Ahmed is extending his hand, and the pearl is visible, shining brightly in the open air. The lighting is harsh and real, emphasizing the public nature of the honesty. Merchant who was returning it, the crowded market continued around them, unaware of this quiet, powerful act of integrity. The nomad was profoundly moved. He explained that he had inherited the wool from an uncle and had no idea of the treasure within it. "Your honesty is rarer than this pearl, Ahmed," he said softly. He insisted that Ahmed keep half the value of the pearl as a reward. Ahmed initially refused, but the nomad would not travel further until he accepted. Ahmed sold his portion of the pearl to a royal jeweler. With the wealth, which was now halal and blessed, he expanded his business. Years passed. The small workshop was replaced by a grand, prosperous textile estate, famous for the quality of its fabrics and the flawless integrity of its master. Ahmed never forgot the source of his prosperity. His grand estate became a sanctuary. The lighting is golden, emphasizing divine favor. Omid, now older and dressed in fine, rich robes, is often seen seated in his courtyard, teaching his children and grandchildren from a sacred book. He teaches them that while the pearl was precious, the honesty that returned it was the true treasure, a treasure that brought blessings in this life and the next. Moral of the story: Omid older in finer robes is seated comfortably. He is not looking at a physical pearl, but rather at his children smiling warmly as he teaches them. The entire scene radiates peace, prosperity, and barakah.